Hey, my winners. Yeah, it's Pielo again. So, yeah, today I want to share with you something that is very close to my heart, and it's simply because it affects a lot of other people. And like I always say, I'm actually very passionate, and always trying to look for answers for success versus failure. My question is always why other people become extremely successful and others are just merely surviving, and maybe sometimes just trying to survive. It's that world where most of the people always try to figure out how to live better. I mean, that's a big question. We always try to look for better ways to improve our life, and today is no different because I want to discuss one thing that is actually close to my heart, and that is simply the big word here is poverty. Poverty is something that affects a lot of people, and it's a global issue. It's not only an issue that affects one country, but a lot of other countries as well, except for those few rich countries. But I mean, Africa, we know, is one of those countries that actually are severely affected by poverty, and other countries as well. Yeah, but something that I want us to focus on today specifically, it's something that I call silent individual poverty. In short, I call it a SIP syndrome. It's like a sickness. Yes, the words, like you say, simple. So silent individual poverty. Yes, it is silent. It's killing us softly inside. At the same time, it's like an individual problem. But at the same time, it creates actually poverty, in a sense that whether you are a young profession, or maybe you are a parent, you are working for your children, but you always realize that the money is not enough. Sometimes you are even not working at all, or maybe you are working all alone and you've got children to feed. So these are the issues that eventually lead us to lead us to that emotional pain where we get frustrated and say, I'm working hard every day, but I just can't see what I'm doing. I just can't see the result of my efforts, because you are just surviving every day. You get paid, you pay all the things that you have to pay, then you have to start from back to square one again. It's like the red race. Yeah, that is very painful. And the reason why I want to talk about this thing is because of the emotional pain that is actually causing us, because that pain sometimes is what leads to severe stress, and eventually, if it's not being handled wisely, it leads to depression, especially men and those probably single parents. When we are going through difficulties and there's no one to help you, you're all by yourself. Yeah, this is the reason why I love this channel, where we can talk about these things, Yeah. And at the same time, I would like your comments and, your input, because I'm already working on a online course about this specific subject. And if you've got anything that maybe you've got in your mind, anything that you like to share, or questions that you like me to answer, in that online course, you can sort of put them in the comments, and then I'll look at them, individually, and see if I can come up with better solutions to that. Because my mission is how do I use personal development, which I believe has actually changed my life drastically, has helped me to, with massive success. At the same time, how do I use it, and help others, people who are going through the similar pain that I went through, and similar pain that others are also, going through. Yeah, so in short, there are two major things that are actually sort of being, called the sources of poverty. And if you look at the stats, there's a lot of them, but I just want to focus on the two major ones. And the first one is not having a good job or a career or career growth, or simply mean unemployment. The second one is lack of good education, lack of skills. Yeah, these are the two things that I would like us to look at today. And the issue of unemployment is massive, and it's affecting a lot of people, even those who may be lucky enough to find a job. Some of the people, because I know I worked for over 20 years in one company, and for many years I was still struggling, just working for survival. So employment or unemployment is still a big issue, and maybe we have to look at ways what can we do, to improve our life while still working, or probably while we are still looking for that dream job. Yeah, but coming to the personal development point of view, my belief is that there's some special skills, there's some necessary knowledge that we need to sort of overcome these things. As you always hear me saying, we are affected by what we know, and we are also affected by what we don't know. And again, what do we do with what we don't know, and what we do with what we don't know? So those three things or four things are actually very important in helping us to overcome this thing that I call silent individual poverty. Because you've got your own issues about money, you've got your own issues about how you survive, how you help your children to be better tomorrow. But the pain is usually an individual pain because you feel it on your own, and most of the times we don't even want to talk about these things. We keep it to ourselves, and we don't want to share it with other people. You probably share it with your spouse, and most of the time it causes a lot of problems. You end up arguing. Yeah, so these are the things that I want us to sort of discuss in this channel. And being from the side of the personal development, I believe this is where we can help each other, to sort of learn and share the experiences, share the knowledge, and see how we can defeat issues like this one that we are talking about. Yeah, so continuous learning is one of the powerful tools that we can use to overcome some of these things, because you only know what you know, and if you don't know certain things that are necessary, this is what I've realized when I was because I'm continuing researching the people who are extremely successful and those who are not. So there's major differences between the two. People who are very successful and those who are just surviving. There are things that those who are extremely successful are doing, and on a daily basis, the habits that they've got, Yeah, so I discuss some of these things in my book, The Path to Light, which is why the subtitle of the book is The 10 Transformational Principles for Success, Joy, and Inner Peace. Because if you don't have success, it's difficult, to have that joy, and at the same time to have inner peace. So how do we get that joy? How do we get that inner peace from our own success? And obviously success is a big word, it's a very broad word, and we define it very differently. But my definition of success is simply doing those little things that will lead us to the major goal. If you achieve those little things on a daily basis, to me that is success. Yeah, so thanks a lot. Just remember to put those comments, with this subject, whatever question that you may have, whatever opinion, criticism, anything that you want me to sort of respond to, or maybe to add on the online course that I'll be creating. Thanks a lot, my winners, and I hope you got something of value from this video. Until we meet again on another video, thanks a lot, and let light shine upon you. Peace.